Hello, hello, hello. How are we doing? I hope you're doing good and well and ready to learn. Another live stream. Another live stream. There's going to be episode 1090. We're almost at 1100. Sheesh. Although technically, we're actually on episode 1097 because I've been secretly recording episodes. So we're ahead. And only 4 away. 5 if you include this one. So that's wonderful. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. I should have looked at my hair before I go live. Yeah. Hey Nesta, great to have you back. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Did you see that hover up? I did that today. Let's try another one. But great to have you here, Nesta. Ready? Ready? Oh, I thought... Do we like that one? Obviously we like Judith, but that going up. What do we like? Great to have you here, Judith. As always, I hope you're doing wonderful and great. And I hope you had a good weekend as well. You see, what we can do, I can make it fly in from different places. So we've got this one. So I'm going to bring you back. 1 second. What do you think of this, Judith? Do you prefer going from the bottom, going up, or that one? I'm not too sure. What should we go for? And I put a little blue border around it as well. I need to improve it a lot more, but... And hopefully it should just disappear that way. That way. So we'll give it a second. But how was your weekend, Judith? Was it good? I sure hope so. It should automatically disappear. Come on now. I want to see it move. No, that didn't make it move at all, did it? Okay. It will move eventually. So we'll keep it moving along so we can welcome people. There we go. Flying in from the side there. We've got Linda. Welcome back. How am I? I'm doing okay. It's weird because this episode is about emotional resiliency. And I'm very, very proud of my own emotional resiliency. I am. Because I'm human. But then something happened on Friday. Not emotional, but physical. Looks better on the bottom so we can see your face. Do you mean like flying in from the bottom? Yay, one more day of vacation. Yay. You got another day? Let's play around real quick. Do you want to see a crazy one? Let's see this one. Let's see this one. So your vacation... Look at that. We won't use that, but we know we got it. What about this one? This. Oh no. Uh-oh. Oh. 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 Oh no. Oh no. Hey Angela, great to have you here as well. Look at that. Zooming along. We'll get it back to where we were, though. We'll go from... We're going to fly in from the left. We'll try that one out. See if we like that one more than the right. Good correction. Good correction. I'm like that, making mistakes on my... Especially on the phone, when I'm doing comments. No, I like it going from the right. We'll keep it there for today. And then we'll see what happens next week. So we also hit, let's see, we hit, hey computer, it's locked up on me. Having weird issues with my computer recently. We hit 48,000 subscribers on YouTube. So that's great. Funny one, my granddad did a predictive text today to me in the morning, or his evening. So they were just seeing how he was, and he said, what did he say? He said about the sunshine. He said, we've had a bit of sunshine, or loving a bit of the sunshine, but it changed it to sushi. And he doesn't like sushi. So predictive text can be quite the thing. Hey, Mina. Zooming in there. Congratulations. Well, thank you for your congratulations. Yeah, 48,000. I think 50 will be a good milestone to celebrate. Oh, wouldn't it be cool if we hit 50,000 on episode 1000 or 11? Episode 1100? Not sure if you're here, Barry, but if you are, welcome to the channel. We've just got another subscriber. But you might be listening to my other online or video. But welcome, Barry. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I didn't know if I was going to meant to be doing a hypnosis today, a meditation. But I had this on my mind, and it's been pretty important subject for me. Because I was thinking about emotional resiliency, and I was like, you know what? I work with a lot of people, and I feel like I'm really super emotionally resilient. And I thought, well, how can I teach that? Because I work with lots of people over the years with big issues. So I get to hear a lot. Not compared to other people, of course, because you know, you've got people in the emergency services, in the military services, they see lots of things. But I still deal with a lot of emotional stuff, and I'm very emotionally resilient. So I thought, let's talk about that today. That's all good. It's all good. No problems at all, Linda. How long it is. I might get it cut tomorrow. Grade 1 all over. What was I saying? And then what I was saying was my back went out on me a little bit. Not fully. And I was like, this is really interesting. Because a day before, this is how the unconscious mind speaks, so it's good to remember. We'll talk briefly about this on the stream itself. But I was thinking about the work that I give, and I'm not saying this from ego or anything like that, but I like to create a lot of content. I like to help as many people for free, or a good, affordable amount as possible. If you can't pay for it, you get like the episodes for free there. Like got 1,000, almost 1,100 in there. And I was thinking in the evening, of sometimes, not all the time, logically I do it, but understand it, but emotionally, you know, unconscious stuff happens. And I had a thought, I was like, I don't always give, or I don't always get back, right? I don't always get back support. And I was telling my friend this, and then I had this intuition to re-listen to the message, because I was thinking about it in the evening before, then my back went out, and I said about, I don't get this, always back support. And it just kind of pops in my back support. I'm not getting back support. I'm not getting support back. And I'm sure lots of people do, by the way, so I'm not saying that. It's just sometimes, you know, I'm human. Sometimes I feel feelings. But sometimes it pops up. And it's so weird for how the body is. Like, it really made me have a wake-up call that the unconscious mind was saying, no back support, no support back. Isn't that weird? Highlighted for me. So although I am very, very emotionally resilient, it seems my physical well-being, not so much. But it's a good sign though, isn't it? I'm going to use it as a signal to do what? Get physiological, biological resiliency. Hey Claudia, welcome back. Great to have you here. It's interesting how your body speaks to you. So I haven't been able to really work out this weekend. I didn't do anything yesterday. No, I didn't even leave my place. But I managed to go for a 3-mile walk to just loosen up the muscles. But maybe we can stop this back business by using what I'm going to talk about today in... Why haven't I been using my auto camera? In the physical way. So when I'm saying what I saw today and you experience physical ailments, maybe your unconscious mind is also trying to communicate. And I wonder if you try to apply what I say today for the physical, although we're talking about emotional. It was just so interesting that it was, hey, Linda, how'd you get up there? We want you right there. Bit there, bit there. There we go. I should stop making the sound effects for that. Okay. It's like I said, I want to work out, but I can't. I'm very, very conscious of my movements. So I'm very conscious on this call. I do calls with my peoples. I'm conscious on this live stream to be positioned in a good position. But it's a good little learning. So hopefully that helps. Good, I didn't make the sound effect that time. I don't know what's happening. There we go. There we go. So we'll start in a few more minutes. What else have we got to say? So, just so you know, the tracks that I have recorded in the meantime, I cannot remember where I was at last time when I was speaking to you, but I'll just give you a bit of a roundup. We've got self-love and confidence, being stoic, tinnitus, nightmare freedom, lucid dreaming. Yeah, I think we talked about that. Love your body, binge eating, excel academically. Is it bruxium? The teeth clenching one. Stop ruminating. All my dreams coming true. Emotional resiliency. I had a request for this one, and so I thought I'd do it. And it's for menopause relief and emotional balance. And then we got one for healing from heartbreak as well. And they're all in meditations, day, night, and 4-hour sleep. Why don't you sit in a chair for the before and after chat when your back is bad? So, the way my system is, if I were to sit, which I don't know if you can see it. That's my chair, right? But I like it out of shot. I'm going to be like this because it's not mounted to my stand-up desk. It's mounted to a pole behind. So when I put the standing desk down, the camera's up there. And for me to like all adjust it and take it down, it's just too tiresome. And something I wouldn't want to do with my back anyway. So that would be why in this case. So yeah, I can't sit down on the pre and the post chat. It is what it is. I think that's what we got to talk about. So I'll talk a little bit about that probably in the live stream itself. So should we get to it? I think we should get to it. Let me move things around so I can see a little bit better. I'll turn down the audio a little bit. And then I'll hydrate. And then we'll get into it. Oh, it's still not. No, oh, thank you very much. Hey, Denise, what do you mean by static? You're getting static in the audio? Is anyone else getting static? I don't hear static in my ears, in my monitor. Anyone else? Let me know in the chat. Linda, Mina, anyone else? Angela, Judith, Nesta. Who else do I miss? Have we got static? Claudia. Any static? It's good. Okay. So it's just the energy of the wild and its vibes. No static. No static. Thank you very much. Well, if there is static in the air, we might as well get some good emotional resiliency, right? That's what we should probably do. Oh, I had to put the title number in the title because of a number, episode number. So it's 1090. So let's get to it, shall we? Shall we? Yeah, let's stop the music abruptly because we can. And then what, episode 1090, episode 1090, episode 1090, 1090. Welcome back to the podcast. My name is Joseph Clough and this is episode 1090. And today we're talking about emotional resiliency. Now, it's a fascinating subject and I'll tell you why. Most people tend to think that if you feel lots of emotions or lots of stresses or overwhelming or unwarranted, inappropriate emotions of anger, sadness, fear, guilt, hurt, frustration, all of those things, we tend to want to escape it, repress it, and really not feel it whatsoever. That's what we tend to do, right? We tend to try to run away from our emotions. But what that does, it just tends to make things worse. Whatever we repress enough is actually going to get bigger and bigger. And that's when it kind of suddenly just explodes. We'd have a proper breakdown. Okay, we can just kind of really feel the emotion too much. And of course, we don't want to sedate. We don't want to repress for the long term. We can allow our unconscious mind to repress in the short term because that's what it's there to do, to try to keep us safe. So we need to be able to build up some emotional resiliency. And what is emotional resiliency? It's to me anyway, it's the ability to deal with your emotions, to handle them, to regulate them, to be able to experience them. So it's not about the lack of experience. And the reason why I say that, because I personally am very, very proud of how I have become very emotionally resilient in what I do. Because when I was a young boy, I was definitely more of an empath, and I'd feel lots of emotions. So I'd always have these worries, doubts, and anxieties. And then since overcoming those things, I then kind of got into doing what I do for a living. And then I thought one day I'm going to create a podcast. Not thinking much of it. And bringing it to this day, we've had like over 20 million downloads, or even more than that, in every continent. And of course, I get lots of feedback. I get lots of emails, get lots of like YouTube comments and all those kind of things, where I get to feel a lot of what people are feeling. And when I'm working with people, or for instance in my group, I am wanting to manage the energy. I've got to be in the best place to be able to help someone. If I begin to feel their emotions too much, I'm not going to be the best version of myself. I'm not going to be able to help the person. So I need to manage and regulate, not escape, but manage and regulate my emotions, because I can be dealing, when I'm working with people, with some very big subjects. A lot of people gone through a lot of bad things, and it's my job to get them out of that issue so they can actually have wholeness and peace and confidence and self-certainty, or whatever they desire. So remember, it's not about escaping. It's not about kind of repressing. It's not about trying to change your emotional state. It's about being able to regulate yourself. Now, just to prove it, I am still very human. It's just a personal experience which just happened to me. And that is that my back almost went out. And the interesting thing is, the day before it almost went out, I managed to recover it by doing lots of stretches. I still feel it right now, so I'm still in a bit of pain right now. The day before it happened, I was thinking about all the work I try to give and all the stuff I'm like trying to help in my personal life as well. I've got lots of people who I want to take care of. And the little thought came into my mind, and that was, I feel like that I give a lot, but I don't always get a lot back. I don't always get a lot support back. Now, logically, I can like understand that, because I personally don't think I need anything. But there was that little bit of unconsciousness there. And then when I caught myself saying the words to someone that I don't feel like I get a lot of support back. I'm not getting back support, like however we kind of frame it. And I was like, oh my goodness, my unconscious mind is trying to kind of communicate with me. So on the one hand, I am absolutely emotionally resilient. I had a wake-up call. I'm maybe not the most physically resilient in dealing with stuff. So maybe we'll talk about being more physically resilient as I go on that journey. But it was an interesting thing. So I just want you to know that, look, although I'm dealing with this stuff, I still experience issues. It's my job now to solve that for me, to be able to figure out a new way of communicating, a new way of experiencing, where I don't have that conflict within me. So just so you know, we can have the physical resiliency. So even the things I talk about today, if you are feeling physical and biological kind of issues based on the unconscious, based on conflict, like when people say I got a pain in the back, pain in the neck, or sometimes I believe the body speaks to you anyway. So we won't go too deep into that right now. This is maybe a big subject for another day. But I do believe your body is always trying to communicate with you. It's always listening to you, and it's always going to try to communicate in the best way it can, whether that be through anxiety, whether that be through worries and doubts, whether it be even through physical symptoms like migraines or panic, or not necessarily panic, that's more emotional, but migraines or chronic fatigue or chronic pain. So just so you know, you can maybe use what I'm about to say in this episode, but let's get on with it. When it comes to emotional resiliency, it's your ability to adapt to stress, to adversity, and to the challenges that you're going through, and not about suppressing emotions, but managing them effectively. And what I've noticed when I became very resilient, it was about recognizing the self-awareness of what I was feeling. So we tend to feel the emotion, but we tend to live in the emotion, right? If you're living in the emotion of stress, or if you're living in the emotion of anger and you're ruminating on it, and we can have ruminating thoughts, but ruminating in the feeling, it just expands it and it gets our body used to going there. If you can just imagine, like you just get your consciousness in that place of emotion and you keep on going back there, it's going to be easy. Imagine, as an analogy, you have an overgrown garden. The first time you go through an overgrown garden, it's pretty hard to get by. But if you do that 10 times, 20 times, the exact same path, you're going to have a pathway. So now think about the pathway of your synaptic nerves, your neurology, synaptic nerves, your neurology. The neuroconnections there, you're going to keep on accessing that feeling quicker and quicker. So if we feel it for a long time, it's easier to begin to live within it. So when you start to have an emotion, like I said, we don't want to repress, we don't want to be able to escape it. We want to almost just become consciously aware of it. And then we want to be able to ask better questions. We could ask ourselves, what can I learn from this? What is this emotion trying to communicate with me? A bit like how my back was trying to communicate the lack of support, right? So your body is speaking to you, whether it be through the emotion or through the biology, the physical pains that we may have, the symptoms can lead us to the core. So it's almost as if you catch yourself being consciously aware of it, and then it's your job to kind of reframe it. Ask, what can I learn from this? Not why me? Why am I feeling this feeling? Guess what you're going to get? You're going to get every reason your unconscious mind can think of. It's going to go, well, you remember yesterday when that person said that thing to you? And also, you remember when you were a kid and you went through that emotional, stressful thing? That's the reason why you are like you are. So we're not asking why me, because you'll only get the reasons for staying the same. You want to ask yourself, well, what can I learn from this? In the nature of the learning will allow me to deal and process this emotion. You see, the emotions that we feel have good positive intentions. Anger can be maybe, there's just a presumption, generalization, but anger is very much like a protective thing, like your boundaries have been kind of taken over. Guilt could be, for example, we may unconsciously feel that we've done something wrong, and if we feel guilty, we won't do it again. So good intentions. Fear is to protect ourselves, right? So once we start to kind of understand the emotion we're going through, we're opening up a new connection with our unconscious mind. It doesn't have to keep on screaming at you through these emotions. It's just start to have a communication, a negotiation, a conversation with your unconscious mind. Because if it kept on screaming at you, the anger, the sadness, the fear, the guilt, and hurt is going to get louder and louder and louder. You're going to try to repress it, or escape it. But once you start to listen and ask, well, what can I learn from this? What is maybe the messaging here? Your unconscious mind's like, finally, you're listening to me. And therefore, I don't have to shout. You're understanding that there's an issue going here. And then the more you do that in the exact same way that we said what the problem could be when it comes to always ruminating in the emotion, to get the quicker synaptic nerves and the neuroconnections and all those kind of things, Well, the quicker your unconscious mind is going to be able to change the communication, the quicker you're going to be able to ask better questions and learn from things. And when you do that, it's like the unconscious mind will start to do this on its own accord. As soon as that emotion comes up, it doesn't linger anymore because you're starting to reframe it. Now, of course, on top of that, what we can do, which I always suggest to do, is to listen to the hypnosis. So for example, I've got a hypnosis session out on being emotionally resilient very, very soon. In fact, by the time this episode actually comes out, it'll be it's actually coming out in the next 2 episodes. So watch out for that one. We've got a meditation, we've got a day version and also a sleep version. So great timing, actually. We got this conscious work, but also the unconscious work when it comes to your emotional resiliency. But on top of that, you can go ahead and, if you experience, say, hurt, sadness, fear, guilt, hurt, well, I said that one, emotional breakup, all those things, listen to a hypnosis track based on those things, because your unconscious, the whole point there is to work with your unconscious mind through that by preserving learnings. That is why hypnosis is very, very powerful. So listen to definitely like the sleep version. Listen to the day one if you wish. And it's just going to get your unconscious mind that resiliency. And because I'm very good at it, I've added my kind of mindsets within those hypnosis sessions as well. Now, the other aspect of this is that when we start to do that, as I said, things will just get quicker and quicker and quicker. But other practices that you can do is just simple, a bit like I imagine like the hypnosis as being like the 10x version. But if you have time within the day, imagine yourself in a potential, not a specific situation in the future, but like an unspecified time in the future where you may have felt a lot of emotion or reacted in a past way with a lot of emotion. And go ahead and imagine seeing that you going through that situation. So you're observing that you in the second perspective, because therefore you're not in the emotion, and see yourself as you can being in like a bubble, a force field. See that you with all the wonderful resources. See maybe people saying things, doing things, and it bouncing off the protective layer of that energy, that's kind of wonderful force field around you, and rehearse in your mind reacting calmly, reacting with strength, reacting in a more stoic way, reacting with not, I should even say this, not actually reacting, but responding in a different way. So see yourself respond in a different way, rather react in an emotional way. Because then you're once again pre-teaching your unconscious mind that this is the new strategy. Very much why how powerful hypnosis is you're pre-teaching the unconscious mind. When you go there in your mind, you're going there with the unconscious mind. It finds it very, very hard to differentiate between what is real and imagined. It's very much like watching a thriller movie. You know it's not real, but you're so immersed in it, you feel the emotions of the character or the situation. I actually remember when I was young being in a cinema, and despite being in a crowded place, in this scene, this person goes, "No, don't go that way." They were so immersed, despite being in that public space, they had to verbalize it because they felt like they were actually there. So we know that the body responds by watching things or observing things. And if you can imagine that, like I said, see another you, because that means we're a layer apart, a layer removed, that's the word I was looking for, from the situation. You're not in the situation. So there's some like kind of interesting ways that you can do. And then what you might want to do as well as a little idea is just become conscious of maybe the boundaries you're putting out there, because that can be an important thing. Like for me, maybe I've got to have better, healthier boundaries, which will allow me to feel more supported in who I am. Maybe I reach out to people, maybe I talk to people a little bit more about this. So I talked to a friend, I talked to my dad just yesterday about this, and then we can like kind of talk things out and get that understanding. So the other thing you can do as well, journaling is a really good thing because you're getting it outside of your head. The head is a very messy place at the best of times. And if you're having all these emotions and thoughts and feelings, it's very hard to get clarity. But once you kind of get it out on paper, ideally writing it down, because it's a different kinesthetic experience than like typing, unless you're really just keen into typing and it works. But writing it is very much more therapeutic. And if you do any and all of those, you're going to start to become very, very emotionally resilient going into situations. It takes time as small steps, but the more you do it, the better you get, and the more you hand it over to your unconscious mind, just like I did. When I first started working with clients with big, big issues when I was just 18 years old, did I think about it? Did I feel it after the session? Absolutely. In fact, most practitioners never really make it all the way to full-time practitioners for two reasons. One is they're not very good at business, unfortunately. And the other thing is they can't handle working with many people to make it a profitable way, and it just doesn't feel good. It doesn't, like seeing client after client, it causes them to feel run down, tired, emotionally drained. It's a big thing around a lot of practitioners in the world. So I learned and developed these kind of ideas, so that means I could carry on my strength. Like I said, I'm still human. I've just realized I got a bit of physical weakness that I need to get resilient with and change. But I'm really pleased I'm more aware of that, so I can start to become resilient within that as well. It's going to take me some time, I'm sure. Maybe I need to do a little bit of hypnosis myself on this one. But I hope you've got value from this. And just a final quick tip. The more you try to feel gratitude every day, life's going to just be better every single day. It's going to allow you to feel stronger. You're going to see and feel so much more stronger because you're putting your attachments to all that is good in your life. And a quick way of doing that is good for what you have, the physical and the people, the good about yourself, the qualities. And then the third one is to be able to have the gratitude for all that is good that is coming into your life today, this week, next month, this year, into your life in known and unknown ways. And as always, if you want to be able to get the help that you desire and you deserve, go ahead and download my app at freehypnosis.app. Go ahead and download it from the links on that page. It will take you to the relevant app store of your choice. And that means you can then get access to lots of different kinds of hypnosis sessions, meditations, so in other words, hypnotic meditations, day, night, 4-hour sleep sessions. You got audio programs. You got these create your day meditations, which to me is just an absolute game changer in your experience of creating your day. Hey, we should probably do a resiliency one on that one, right? So I'll keep that in mind. So we have a create your day in resiliency. So you can create your day of being resilient. I'll really make sure to remember that. And then on top of that, you can go ahead and have custom hypnosis sessions on the app. You can have playlists, you can favor, you can repeat, you can download. You can do a manner of things there, and it's all my work. Become a subscriber, support the app. By becoming a subscriber, that means we can help more and more people in the world. And the other thing you can go ahead and do, which really will be supportive, is leaving a review on the App Store. Your words will make ripples in the world. If you just read some of the reviews in the App Store, some people are saying like the app has been life-changing, life-saving. Now, if you read that review, you're probably going to download the app to give this a little test. A bit curious now. So leaving a review, and you don't have to say it's been life-saving if it hasn't, but if you found it helpful, if it has allowed you to be able to make changes, then go ahead and just leave a review. It just takes 5 minutes or so. It probably takes 60 seconds, to be honest. And it just means Someone will read your words, download it, get the help they desire and deserve, in my opinion. And that means we can make the world a better place than we found it. So I hope you got value from this episode. I know I personally did with what I'm going through. And I look forward to speaking to you on a future episode, which will be, let me just make sure here, we're going to be having a meditation on emotional resiliency. Then episode 92, will be then the day hypnosis. And then if you're a subscriber to the app, you'll get the sleep one. And then a little bit later, you'll be getting the 4-hour sleep one as well. So with that, my friend, I wish you the resiliency that you deserve and desire. And I look forward to speaking to you on a future episode. Many thanks and goodbye. There we go. How did we do? We did it. That's what we did. We did it. We did it. Let's bring the chat on the screen in front of me. Thank you so much, Cheryl, for the super chat. That's a great support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. No problems about being late. I think you're pretty much on time for the actual episode. Welcome, Shelley. If you're here, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're listening to me on another live stream of mine, which I've got 2 going up at the moment, welcome. Or if you're listening to a video of mine, welcome. You won't hear me saying welcome unless you are here. Yes, it does, Judith. You are right there. Gratitude makes the world go round. That bit easier. Awesome even. Thank you so much. That's so kind of you. I hope you are continuing to enjoy it for the years and years to come. And thank you, Mina, as well. Yeah. Very what's the word? I'm not predominant to me. Fitting to me right now. And with that, my back is speaking to me. It's going, and it's telling me to
you need to get more support. You need to get back support in your life.
Okay, unconscious mind. I promise that I will continue to learn and listen.
Thank you. That's all I wanted. Sorry to give you the back pain. But you weren't listening.
Okay, well, I appreciate the pain. And we can grow together. You're my best friend, the unconscious mind.
You're mine too. Thank you.
Don't worry, I'm not being schizophrenic there. We have the unconscious and the conscious. Welcome to the becoming a subscriber. If you're here, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're in my other videos, live streams, you didn't hear this, but I wish you did because you're awesome. Thank you. Did I bring that up already? Maybe I did. Thank you, Judith. Yeah, I think I did bring that up from Mina already. Yes. The other thing, standing is not a good thing for me. I need to learn to stand. I think I lock up. So maybe I can go tell my unconscious mind that. Because my unconscious mind is doing the driving on these live streams. So you, speaking to you, the unconscious mind, loosen up a little bit.
Okay, I will.
Thank you. Alright, anything else to say or to be done on this live stream before we all go on our merry way in feeling great and getting better and better with every breath, with every moment, in every single way? Is there anything else we need to discuss or think about? Yeah, it's very Gestalt. Gestalt therapy. Parts therapy. Gotta have a bit of fun on these streams, otherwise it's all too much. All too much. Gotta lighten it up a little bit. Don't we? Don't we? Don't we? Yes. 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 Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, 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 yes. Oh no. Oh, that's pretty cool. Bit of ASMR.
Okay, my friends, I'm going to probably rest up. I'm actually going to edit this, put it onto the podcast, because I've got all these preloaded. You know what? I've created enough content to retire for a month or two. Not really, because I got my other business to run. Ah, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, we're just about to leave. I go live every Monday at 3 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. I don't know what that was. 6 p.m. East Coast, 11 p.m. United Kingdom. And I'll make sure on Monday, this coming Monday, we'll do a hypnotic meditation. But great to have you here. Is it Stefan? I always like to know my names. Stefan? I used to live in Austin, Texas, and its kind of thing was keep Austin weird, which is same thing, I think it was Oregon. So being a little weird is just unique, really. It's okay to be a little bit weird. Just like Mina. No offense, Mina. No offense, Mina. Oh, I gotta remember which one I said now. Stefan. Stefan. Oh my goodness, I've confused myself. I do apologize. Have to phonetically do it. But yeah, I go live Mondays. And I'm doing a hypnotic meditation next time. Oh, well, while you're here, while everyone is here. I was thinking today, well, here's my list. What I want to do. I want to do one for more charisma. I want to do one for overcoming self-criticism. I was thinking about doing one specifically for work, but like confidence at work. I'm going to try and record at least 2 of those, but I really like the idea of becoming magnetic, like hypnosis for charisma and influence in the right way. Because 93% of your communication is unconscious. It's your tonality, in other words, and it's your physiology. And only 7% is the words that we use. Oh my goodness. Never hit my mic. It makes a funny sound to the people who are listening. So I thought, oh, it'd be kind of cool to do one on becoming magnetic. Magnetic. hypnosis for charisma and influence. That's what I'm thinking. What do we reckon about that? What do you reckon? Do you think that's a... Or do you think it's a... Oh, no. Or do we just have crickets? Who knows? Oh, I don't remember. But if you got the app... That's okay. It's unique, remember, it's unique. Go to freehypnosis.app, and that's where all my work is. He's got all the over 1,000 free episodes. Most of those are probably going to be all hypnosis now. And like meditations. But also you get all these other things, which I'm just demoing right there. Day and night. You got custom hypnosis sessions. You've got long sleep sessions. They're like 4 hours long. You've got create your days. Audio programs. Hypnotic meditations. Reflections. That's right. Go to freehypnosis.app. I'm not suggesting. Even if you just use all the free work, that's pretty awesome. Playlists. Wow. Leave a review. The most amazing app. Oh, what are you doing out there, Claudia? Is that a second time you doing that? Oh, let's... Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, you're good. Thank you so much. Interesting. I heard the term Riz, but I never knew that, so thank you for educating me. Charisma. Charisma. So yeah, I liked the idea of doing that as a hypnosis track. Because I've got some of my public speaking, and I think I've got one on charisma anyway, but I think we deserve an updated one. I think we need another one. And then I've got others on my list, which would be things, excuse the yawn, like care less of what other people think, like other people's opinions aren't your business. Someone suggested life is fun. One for being patient, consistent. Fear of betrayal. Then we've got ones for intimacy, vulnerability. And a few others. I was even thinking on like the chakras, balancing, because we have energy points, so a nice little hypnotic meditation for that would be kind of cool. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, so I got news for you, my friend. Well, I'll tell you why. One second. Stay with me. Stay with me. Stay with me. if you go into my app and you just do a search from the home screen, we got a day and night one for fear of abandonment, and then got a 4-hour sleep one as well. So once again, you can go to the main screen. See that little search symbol in this top corner here? I'm going to tap it a little bit closer, maybe right there. And then you tap the search button, type in whatever you want, but in this case, the abandonment, and it'll be there. So, TT, we got you covered. So that has already been recorded. And that'll be day, night, and 4-hour sleep. Great suggestion. So great, it was already created for us. Okay, because I said I was going to go about 10-15 minutes ago because of my injury, I'm feeling some pain right now. You're so welcome, my friend. Great to have you on the live stream. Yeah, type whatever you want in that search bar on like issues, and I've got so many, and I've got so many to come as well. We've got like thousands of hypnosis sessions within the app, so you'll find a lot of good ones there. But yeah, we'll end the stream now so I can rest my back and get through some physical resiliency. And once again, this episode was the conscious work of emotional resiliency. But in the next episode, which will be on the podcast, or when it eventually comes out, will be a hypnotic meditation for emotional resiliency, a day and sleep version for the hypnosis, and then a little bit later, the 4-hour sleep for emotional resiliency as well. Thank you ever so much, Linda. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Mina, as well, and everyone else who took the time. Thank you, Cheryl, for the kind contribution to this live stream. It helps support the channel, the show, my work. So thank you ever so much. And I look forward to speaking to you all next Monday. And I promise to you, I promise, I really
Promise, I so promise, we will do a hypnotic meditation.
So I feel like, I don't know if I did one last Monday or not. I can't remember. Maybe we did, actually. So maybe we're all good. But yeah, we'll do a hypnotic meditation this coming Monday. And then very soon will be at episode 1100. So with that, my friends, speak to you all on a future episode. Oh, real quick, I know I've got to go, but I like being here, although my back is saying I gotta go. See what happens when I close off this stream, or if you're on YouTube anyway. Let's see if it takes to the new live stream. For me and Mina, it worked last Monday, but I'm curious if anyone else gets over there as well. So hopefully it should just take you over to another live stream of mine. So with that, many thanks and goodbye.